Okay, first in slow motion. See what looks like a pretty good swing. What we're going to look at here is we'll come down and break it into its parts again. Good finish. Pretty decent extension there. Look at that. Very nice turn. Good rotation. A little bit of a sway and a collapse. I'd like to see the arms a little further out, a little straighter, especially that left arm. Let's go down to the setup position. Setup looks really good. Let's go ahead and draw our power line in. This is the line that we try to get to. We want to pivot so that all of our body is even with that line. Now we're going to watch the takeaway here in slow motion. Everything's going together pretty well, except we're shifting our weight to the outside of the back foot. We need to concentrate on keeping that more to the inside of the foot. A little bit of lifting going on there, not too bad. Now she's going to turn into the shot, moves the hips into the shot, moves forward pretty good. There should still be some more forward momentum at this point. Right now the leg should be past the yellow line. Turns into it, brings the right hip around, and ends up nicely balanced right on the yellow line. We just need to get her there a little sooner. Good swing. In slow motion, let's watch the swing. Pretty decent turn. Okay, now we got that a little fat, if you'll notice. But there's a couple of things I want to point out first. Great finish, by the way. Let's start with the setup. I like the fact that the club is hovering off the ground. It's important that you feel the weight of the club. Now the takeaway looks pretty good. Moving back nicely. Let's go ahead and draw that power line in, though, before we get too far. That's the line we need to move into. Notice now that the ball is quite a ways forward in her stance. Normally she'd be playing that ball, I think, a little further back. And I think that's the cause of her hitting it fat. Turns away nicely. Gets quite a ways behind the yellow line. Moves into it, okay there. And then just stops moving. And that's why she's hitting it fat. You've got to be able to continually move into and past the yellow line. See where her pivot is? She never makes it there. That's why she's hitting it fat. If you're constantly hitting the ball fat, make sure you move your weight into the lead side before impact. Okay, let's watch the swing. Okay, let's watch it again in slow motion. Looks pretty good. Let's back it up now. Let's see what's going on here. Saw a pretty decent finish. Good rotation there. The right hip could turn a little bit more. I would like to see the feet a little further apart, if we would. Let's draw the power line in. If we got the feet a little further apart, we may be a little more stable. She's going to move back away from the shot. Back into it. Back. Good position right there. Now move into the shot. Good hip movement right there. Moves into the power slot. Not a bad position right there. The left elbow is to the ground. Keeps it rotating over. We worked on that so she wouldn't be pulling the muscles on her right side. Rotates through. But if we can get this hip continuing to move around that way, you'll be in a better finish and put a little less stress on. Remember, throw your belly button left of the target. Okay, let's take a look at this swing in slow motion. Nice wide setup, good arm position. Pretty decent takeaway. Little lift right there, not too bad. What we have is an upper body only swing. We've got to get her to move those legs, use them as more shock absorbers. If I remember right, she was a skier at one point. So we should be able to get a little bit more action in those legs. I want them to work more like pistons. If you look closely, that knee straightens right up here on the backswing. And then she stands almost straight up and down. Very, very vertical swing. Then comes down on the ball nicely, but now the feet just stop turning completely. The arms have outpaced the shoulders. She's not getting any hip rotation at all. And ends up like that and off balance. She's getting great weight shift, but we need to get those legs more involved.